All right, so if you looked at the hint video, you saw me get this started. What I did was notice that I have an equation here that has a d equals. So what that tells me is whatever is on the other side of that equation, this expression right here, 2c plus 4, can go in place of d in the first equation. So the first equation here, 2c plus d equals 36. I'm replacing the d with this 2c plus 4 because the second equation tells me that's what d equals. So I've done that in my first step here. I've gotten this equation here, 2c equals 2 parentheses 2 plus, or 2c plus 4 close parentheses equals 26. First step I did after that was to distribute this 2. So the 2 is next to a parentheses with nothing in between. That tells me multiply. I need to use my distributive property because I have more than one term here on the inside of the parentheses. So I did my multiplication. 2 times 2c gave me 4c, okay, and then 2 times 4 gave me 8. So now I have this expression here. I'm noticing in this expression, or this equation, I have two terms that have c's in them. I need to combine them. So if we have two terms that have the same variable on the same side of the equation, they need to be combined, which means add. And I'm adding them together, so 2c's and 4c's gives me 6c's. Okay, my plus 8 just comes down, and I still have 26. Now we have what looks like a regular two-step equation. All we need to do is solve it, and the first step in solving that part is to subtract 8 on both sides. I'm doing that to get rid of this plus 8, so that all I have left is the 6c, so that comes down. Okay, subtracting over here should give me 18. And last step to solve for c here is I'm dividing by the number that's next to c, which in this case is 6. I'm doing it to both sides, and I've gotten that my c is equal to 3. Okay, so I found c. Now I have to find the other variable, because remember, we need both variables in order to solve a system of equations. Now the system it didn't have an x and a y in this case. It had a c and a d, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. We just need to find both variables. So we found c. We need to find d. Well, d is equal to, I'm going to rewrite this, because d is equal to 2 times the c plus 4. And we know what the c is. The c is 3. We just figured that out. So again, I'm substituting a 3 in for c, and I'm simplifying this using my order of operations in order to find what d is. So I'm multiplying first. That gives me a 6, and then 6 plus 4 will give me 10. So I found d and I found c. Okay. In this case, because it's not x and y, it's not super straightforward what should be first and what should be second when you're writing it as an equate or as a point, but you always want to just do it in alphabetical order. So c comes before d, so the number for c we put first. So we say the solution is, I'm going to put the c one first because c comes before d in the alphabetical order. So that's your answer.